Um, Welcome to fucking Unprofessional Movie Reviews. This isn't a movie. It's gonna be a TV show review, an episode of a TV show. Those aren't movies. Those are shows. And we're gonna be doing this is my second one, or my first one of the night. I will be doing another one that will be uploaded tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna start doing this every fucking Sunday because two amazing shows are now gonna be on Sunday. One of them is Game of Thrones. You know by the title, this is a Game of Thrones, Episode 3, A Queen's Justice. I like to say justice, like Davos Seaworthy. I moved. That's why the background looks different if you've ever watched these before. By the way, my name's Mark. If you guys like this background, let me know. I got a lot of pops, so I just fucking put them in the background. I do got posters and stuff I can put here, but I like sit in front of it. I didn't know what to do. So, I don't know, man. Tell me in the comment what you think of my background. Anyways, if you've never watched one of my reviews, I usually do the TV ones alone. They're called Unprofessional Movie Reviews because they are not scripted or really edited. Sometimes I have another guy here, Billy, or sometimes a couple other people, but mostly Billy. But anyways, we just click it and we go. And that's it. So if you hear a lot of ums, that's why. Trust me, I don't like editing. I'm a way better talker than I am computery guy. And that's what I went to school for. It's funny. Okay, so the way these work is, I'm going to give you a quick non-spoilery synopsis if you haven't seen this episode. This is episode 3 of season 7. And the name of it is A Queen's Justice. If you haven't seen the episode, I'm going to give you a non-spoiler synopsis, and then I'm going to give my rating at that moment, right after that. But if you are okay, if you've seen it, then I'm going to fucking open up the floodgates and just spoil. So at that moment, and then I'm going to move around. I usually start in the north and move down. I don't go with how the episode did. I skip around, but I go north, down, and then over. So we don't really go across the narrow sea anymore because, spoilers, Dany's over across the narrow sea now. So I'm going to start in the north, move down south, and I'm going to end in Dragonstone. And I'm saving the best for last. Thank God they didn't. That shit was right away. But okay, so non-spoiler synopsis, things that you already know about. If you watched the preview, Jon Snow fucking meets Daenerys. Yes, the scene is as good as it wants to be. This is some of the best dialogue I've seen. This is Davos Seaworthy, fucking Tyrion Lannister. Sorry, I'm all jumbled. Fucking Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen all fucking in a conversation. I'm gonna swear a lot because it was so amazing to see these forces to be reckoned with of both politically their presence. If you guys are nerds and you like ever played a role-playing game, yes, I'm a giant nerd, and you make a character and you gotta like choose their stats, like their strength, agility, intelligence, cunning, willpower, presence, every one of these characters has like maxed presence stats if you were to build these characters. Jon Snow's probably the lowest, and that's why Davos is there. And it was great. I'm going to get into this more later in the spoilers, but that scene was awesome. No spoils. And then you get to see more of the war. You get to see the war moves. The war is moving fast. Really fast. A lot faster than I thought it would. A lot of the battles I thought they were going to drag out through the whole season. I guess it is season 3, or episode 3, and there is only 7 episodes, so they do kind of have to move fast. But this is a lot faster than I thought. I thought we wouldn't be seeing the shit that we saw today until later on. Another amazing scene between Euron. Alright, that's kind of all I want to talk about that aren't spoils. I'm sorry. You want to know what I thought of the episode? I'm going to give it 1 through 5 on my hand here. And I'm giving this one fucking high because it's a good one. I had a couple problems. But besides that, 4.5 out of 5. This was a good episode. Watch it. Get back to me. Here comes the spoilers. Starting in the north. Get out of here. Okay. The northest thing was Winterfell. Yeah, I'm not surprised by how badass Sansa is at being a leader. She's trained under the best leaders in Westeros. She's trained under Littlefinger. Well, Joffrey wasn't a good leader, but fucking Cersei definitely knows how to play the game. Out of, maybe not the best leaders, but out of the game players, people who know how to play the Game of Thrones, roll credits, these are the best game players of, like, Cersei and Littlefinger are the best game players, and she's trained under them. And she was even married to Tyrion, and Tyrion's up there in some of the best game players, too. No wonder. She just she fits in that role so well, so naturally. She needs to be leading, maybe not the whole North, definitely not the whole North, but she definitely needs to be leading Winterfell. Way more than Bran. Oh, God. Alright, if I got a negative, I'm sorry. It's the Bran scene. And let's talk about this. I'm not saying anything wrong against the actor. I'm not saying it's his performance or really the writing. They wrote themselves in a corner. They have two big exposition, I don't know, faucets on this show where they're just like, we need knowledge. Let's turn on the exposition faucet. And there's two main faucets. One of the ones is the Citadel, which is an exposition faucet, which we'll get to once we go south. What the last two episodes, not so much this episode, but the last two episodes were the Citadel's been an exposition faucet. It's like, we need dragon glass. Flips to the Citadel. Well, let's turn on the exposition faucet. Dragon glass is over there. Thanks, faucet. That's how it is. But Bran usually is also an exposition faucet. I just made that term up. I really like it. I did that on the spot. Improv, yo, bitches. Okay, so, like, later seasons or earlier seasons, like how we found out about Jon Snow's heritage. Spoiler alert, R plus L equals J. And shit like that, we learned from Bran. We learned why Hodor is a Hodor. We learn a lot of things, and a lot of his shit doesn't exactly further the plot. He's not really a character. No offense. He serves a purpose. He fills in the cracks, and he furthers the bigger plot, but he's not really a character. He just isn't. He doesn't know how to play the game. He doesn't know how to do fucking anything. He literally touches a tree and tells us knowledge. Shit we need to know. He's directly... The exposition faucet goes right to us. He's not really... He's more of a narrator. That's what I'm trying to say. He's more of a narrator than a character. The narrator doesn't really... He doesn't belong in a lot of these scenes. So the scene between him and Sansa was fucking awkward. And it was written awkward. And the point was awkward. But it's because he's a narrator. He's an exposition. He's just there as a tool. As a fucking plot device. And a plot device talking to an amazing character like Sansa. Whether you like Sansa or not. She's a hard character to love. I'm sure there's the Sansa fans out there. But... Yeah, but what my point is he's a plot device. And again, it's not a negative, it's very needed, especially in a show that the world is so thick. We need those exposition faucets, but they're not useful in scenes. And they come out weird in these scenes. And that's the point I'm trying to make. I hope that point went across. I'm done talking about this. So if I do have a negative, the small negative... And it's not even huge, but the reason I didn't give this a 5 out of 5, a couple other things, but definitely the Bran scene. It was a throwaway scene. It was a scene they had to do because Bran is coming south. And the way people can fucking teleport on this show now, how they could just be like, from Castle Rock to fucking, or from like Dragonstone to Castle Rock, like bam, bam, bam. The way people can teleport now, we were wondering why it took 3 episodes for Bran to walk south a couple miles. I know it's not a couple miles. The north is huge. Fuck off. But yeah. Anyways, that's my point. Tell me what you tell me if you disagree or agree on the comments. Comment, like, subscribe, do all that shit. Fuck you. Okay, so let's move south from Winterfell. So I guess the closest, I guess. Well, there's nothing going on in Pike. I'm not sure if Castle Rock is further south. I'm gonna have to look at the map, but I'm not sure Castle Rock is further south. That's the first time we've ever been in Castle Rock. Than King's Landing. So let's do King's Landing first for reasons. Ooh, not much. Not much happened. I mean, cool shit happened. I liked this scene. There's one scene that was really, really amazing, and I'll talk about that last. No, I'll talk about it first. So the first thing that happened in Castle Rock was Euron showed up. I love that this sick, disgusting, by the way, like, Ramsay who? Fucking Euron jumped into that role so well. Euron sucked last season. He did. I'm sorry, but he did. He wasn't even close to the Euron in the books. He had, like, one good line, and then he made a bunch of dick jokes. That's my cat trying to get in. Yes, I brought the cats to the new place anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna have to let him in if he keeps scratching. Fuck this. I know, and that means that he's just always going to think, if I scratch, I'm going to get let in. All right, come on, Al Capone, my cat. Okay, broke my stride. So this Euron is way better than he was in last season. Last season, he was nothing like this or anything like what we wanted from the books. But yeah, this scene specifically, I need to start hurrying. We're at like 12 minutes. This scene of him in this throne room after he gets the hero's welcome was fantastic. Was fucking fantastic. The shit he said to Jaime, my wife hasn't watched this episode yet, and I opened the door and I'm really loud, so hopefully she can't hear me. But the shit he says to Jaime made my jaw fucking drop. This guy has balls. Balls. Huge, giant, manly balls. This is fucking fantastic. That scene's so small, but it's so good. I'm no longer a Euron hater. I'm waiting to see what more we're going to get. I wasn't able to do a review for last episode because we were moving. So yes, I did see episode 2, even though I didn't do a review of it. And yeah, Euron was great in that, and he's great in this. Fucking bring on Euron. I want more evil shit. So he said I was going to bring you a present. He did. He brought the whatever sand, I don't care about her name, and the sand snake, her daughter. So this was supposed to be payback for her killing Marcella or whatever the Lannisters chick's name is. Too many names. So it was payback. And yeah, Cersei's a fucking monster. Chained them up. That was some hardcore bullshit. Don't fuck with this person. Don't fuck with Cersei. She is such a... I'm kicking the cat out again. You messed it up, cat. I let you in on Sign of Good Faith, and you got into stuff. He's messing with my comic books. My comic books are in this room. I can be loud again. Not that ever stopped me. But anyways, chaining them up so they have to look at each other in the eyes, and then giving her the same poison, and then just she's going to have to watch her daughter die and then stare at her dead daughter forever, I guess is what Cersei was kind of getting at. And they're just going to force feed her. That's right up there with some of the darkest shit we've ever heard of. And you know the villains that have been on this show. That is up there. Cersei. Ugh. Okay, moving on. She talked to the Bravos guy, fuck it, I don't care. That scene didn't really have a lot going for it. Alright, let's move over to the Castle Rock, and let's talk Castle Rock, and I'm not letting the cat in again. Let's talk the whole war. Let's do Castle Rock and Highgarden in the same conversation. Same segment. The Castle Garden segment. So this war, we thought in episode 1, this is so one-sided. They don't have, the Lannisters don't have anybody. They're just going to get fucking trampled. Yeah, that didn't happen. That did not happen. They are one step ahead. You have some of the best land commanders in Westeros. You got Jaime Lannister, and you got Sam's dad, the Tarly, who we saw in the background. I'm surprised he fucking joined them. I'm not letting you in, Cat. Leave me alone. Yeah, so they were one step ahead. And we all kind of saw the sack of Castle Rock going that way. And I'm glad they sacked Castle Rock, but Tyrion was in charge of the fucking sewers. So, give me 10 men and I'll impregnate the bitch. Bronn, boom. Bronn line. And he fucking did, but guess what? They knew it. They gave them one front to take another. It was brilliant. And they didn't take shit. They took a town that, go ahead, have Castle Rock. We're going to surround you with Euron's men and you guys are going to die. Fuck. These guys, all the plans that Daenerys' team had were they're fucked now. You guys are screwed. This was some really good planning. Alright, I'm not going to talk about Castle Rock anymore. Let's go over the High Garden. So over in High Garden, we had one of the best scenes. I'm saying this. This is why I love this episode so much. There's so many really good scenes in this episode. You got the Euron and Cersei scene, which I already talked about, and this one, the Jaime and the Queen of Thorns. Holy shit. That scene was fucking brutal. She just like, oh, is it done? It's like, yeah. Like, oh, we lost? Yeah, you lost pretty fucking bad. Alright, what are you doing? I'm making wine. Oh, alright, cool. For both of us? Yeah. Alright, sweet. We still hate each other, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Are you gonna murder me? Oh, yeah, we're gonna murder you. How? Oh, well, Cersei really wanted to do some fucked up shit, but I'm really nice, and that's back to the wine. That's why I brought you this wine. Let me point this in yours, and I'm just gonna waste this really good High Garden wine. I'm not even gonna touch mine. You want to drink yours? Sure. So I murdered your son, and it was really awesome, and, fuck you. Bye! Queen of Thorns! Oh, brutal. That was so metal. That bitch, oh my god, I'm in love with that old lady. She is so fucking fantastic. Both the actress and the character, but, that scene was great. Jaime had a bad day. Because she wasn't only like, oh yeah, it's your son, wasn't it? And he's like, well, it used to be a secret. But yeah, everybody knows about that now. And she's like, yeah, it was really brutal. He turned all purple and shit. And he's like, yeah, it was. And she's like, and I caused it. He's like, I didn't know that. I probably would have did all the torturous shit Cersei wanted me to do if I knew that. I probably wouldn't have, like, here's the really nice one. I love that she slammed the poison before she told him anything. She's like, okay, great. Killed your son. Yeah, that was awesome. That scene was fucking great. Okay, moving. Let's get this over with. I got some Rick and Morty to watch. Flip over halfway across the Narrow Sea to Dragonstone, the place where Aerys Targaryen first landed before Aegon Targaryen first landed before he took the Seven Kingdoms. Well, it's weird. That's where she landed. Okay. We all know the similarities, so... beer. That was pretty good. Okay, that was a good burp. So, Jon Snow finally showed up to talk. This was some amazing shit, which I said at the beginning of the episode. I loved that he's like, I'm not a really good talker, and I'm just going to talk a little at you, and she's like, well, I'm a really good talker. First, Missandre gives, like, the 30 names Daenerys has, you know? And then Davos is like, well, that's just Jon Snow. Did we just skip that? And then she, like, speeches at him. And she's like, oh, you're not going to bend the knee? You're not going to do any of that? Well, you swore fucking allegiance. He's like, your dad lit everyone on fire. Fuck you and your allegiances. And she's like, yeah, good point. But I'm not my dad. And he's like, well, I'm not my dad. Fuck you. You don't even know my dad. My dad's your brother, bitch. I don't even know that. But anyways, that's not what he said. I loved this scene so much. There's a lot to talk about, and we've already talked about this for a while, so I'm not going to bring it up anymore, and I've got some Rick and Morty to watch. But I'll talk about it a little bit. There was a lot going on in this whole time. I wanted this whole episode to take place in Dragonstone. Honestly, when the first, 5 minutes of it did, I wanted the whole episode to. I wanted more of that. I wanted it how there was an episode 9, the Watchers on the Wall or whatever, the whole episode that all took place on the wall. I wanted that with this. And it wasn't going to be action. I wanted, straight on debates for the whole episode. But we didn't get that, but we got a lot of really good shit. The little playful banter between Jon and Tyrion was fucking great. The scene between Varys and fucking Melisandre, holy shit, Melisandre, the Red Witch, she's like, oh no, I'll come back, I die here, so do you, foreshadowing, bitch, I read the script of the later seasons, I really think that Melisandre's special powers where she read the books, she's like, no, I skipped ahead, I know how it ends, But that wouldn't work, because the books of right now aren't even written past where they're at, so she would be like, I don't know what's going on anymore, just like me. But anyways, that was a weird thing. A lot of these scenes kicked ass. If I don't bring up, I'm not going to bring up everything, because I already talked about it at length, but everything of this rocked. I didn't hate anything of this, that whole Dragonstone shit. I loved all of it. There's just so much to talk about, and I'm gonna skip them all, but it was just so good. I like that Davos was there to speak for Jon, because Jon isn't that much of a speaker, and I like that Tyrion's like, okay, let's not make them our enemies, let's not make them anything. You want to help? Give him Dragonglass, and it'll be fine. You don't need 100%, no one has to bend knees. Scratch my back a little bit. Fucking great. Great. Jon can go back up. Hopefully, it says in the that next episode they're gonna suffer a revolt. Shit! I didn't watch a prequel or the preview. I didn't watch it. Damn it! But they're supposed to suffer some. He's gonna get some type of rebellion, which I'm assuming has something to do with Littlefinger. Yeah. But anyways, fantastic episode. Tell me what you thought. Again, I'm Mark, Unprofessional Movie Reviews. If you want to see, I'm going to be doing the Rick and Morty review tonight. I'm not going to upload it till the morning. I got to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, so I'm just going to download it now, get everything ready, and upload it in the morning, but I'm going to film it tonight. Sweet, so stay tuned, watch that video in the morning, and tell me what you thought of this episode. Fucking, yeah! Do all that shit. I can't wait to watch the rest of this season. I'm really liking it. Bye!